Hey, so this is my first time doing one of these. I usually just post the videos showing you what books are on the shelves and what's available in stock right now. But along with those, I also post on a lot of books for sale up on my eBay account, which is also BlueMilkOhio. Um, and so I sourced from a little bit different place a week or two ago. It was a local library book sale. And so I was just going to show off. I thought they had some really great stuff. A lot of it was donations. Um, and so I was just wanted to show off some of the stuff I was able to find. I grabbed Hunters of Dune. I've only gotten into Dune in the last couple of years. And I haven't touched any of the Brian or Kevin J stuff, but turns out I actually already have this in a hardcover. But I'm kind of somebody who refers to it as a rescue mission. I'll grab any sort of Dune novel as I come across it. There was a stack of some George R.R. Martin, the Wheel of Time, or not Wheel of Time, the Game of Thrones books, and you can see the set of 4 here, the first 4 volumes. And then there was this odder one that I hadn't seen before, and I believe this is a British edition, and it's book 3, and it's just part 1 of it. So I snagged that up, and this is a little bit harder to come across. So this will be something that ends up on eBay. I do a lot of toy shows and comic shows as well as selling online. So, something like Game of Thrones, I don't think anybody's looking for another listing of that popping up on eBay. Ace doubles. Anytime I see an ace double in the wild, I'm going to grab that. And usually something like this, unless it's pretty rare, I just wait until I have a whole pile of them. And then I'll sell it by the box load. There's a lot of series that I do that with. Laser books, that's another one I do that with. I just wait till I've got maybe a half dozen or so, maybe a dozen. Harlan Ellison is why I snagged this one up. One of my best friends is who introduced me to Harlan Ellison, and I really haven't read too much of his work. He's my friend is Austin is who pointed out that some of Harlan Ellison's titles have gone up in value so much recently. So that's always something I look out for. For a while there, when I first got started selling books online, it was Western series, and it was a lot of these very pulpy, Slocum, Long Arm, these sort of titles, and I'd sell them 40 at a time in a box. So adult Western, I think, is what you'll usually find it as, and there's some other like subgenre names that you can find online that people refer to that as, and these aren't the only ones. There's a lot of other series that use that would fall under. Daw Yellow Spine, I don't think that's a big surprise that I would grab that up. But this is one, I'll go through these. Maybe I'll do a group by author. Maybe if there's a run of the issue number that I've got a little run that somebody can grab, 10 of them at a time, I'll do that. Yeah. They look pretty clean from the stuff I've found, considering. But yeah, if I can't do a run of them, or there isn't, just an author, again, this is something I'll fill a box up and just do it like that. There was some cool stuff out of Daw. Clive Barker. For a small town library, Friends of the Library book sale, there were some folks who had some pretty cool taste, I thought. a little offbeat taste for what I would think of as, small. I think of it as Midwest, but town. I have been a big fan of Deathlands for a while, and this is something that even just for myself, I'll snag these up. Very pulpy. I don't know if anybody has played the Mutant Crawl Classics, but this is kind of the setting I always imagine Mutant Crawl Classics. It's in the future, post-apocalyptic, following a group. Every book starts the same. They've teleported to a new safe house. They have to leave and try and find supplies, and then they come across something that gets in the way of their progress. And I want to say there's over 100 different books in the series, and then I've never listened to them. There's supposed to be some really great audio books or audio dramas of the Deathland series as well. Animorphs. When I do the comic and toy shows, I will, most of my stock will be comics, will be toys, but I try to always bring a box, a bin full of books, and Animorphs is always a go-to, so that's where those will end up. Goosebumps, like I said. Found some Series 2000. I feel like you don't find those as often. This is one that I had forgotten about, the triple headers, where it's 3, are they short stories, or are they novellas? I'm not sure at this scale, but grab that up. And Monster Blood Collection, hardback. This one is library edition, or ex libris. It's got a little bit more, and this will probably be something that I'm gonna just take to a toy show, take to a comic show. And then the Star Wars Thrawn cycle, the original one by Timothy Zahn. Volume 1 and Volume 3, I found 1, 2, and 3 all together at the sale, and Volume 1 and 3 are first prints. So I snatched those up, and one being the first Star Wars in a while. They printed it a little bit smaller just to make things a little more cheaper, because they weren't sure what was going to happen with the franchise, if people would care. And I was reading EU stuff, the extended universe stuff, when I was middle school sort of age, but I didn't read the Timothy Zahn stuff until maybe 10 years ago, which is a little backwards, since that's what sets up so much of what they now call Legends. But yeah, I mean, and I actually, my copies I found hardback as well at a garage sale, is where I found my original copies. So yeah, if there's anything you're looking for, please check my other videos. You can see what's available in stock. If the date's a little older, or you think you're going to be placing a bigger order, shoot me an email first. I'll have that information in this video as well, how to email me. And I'm happy to always post a new video for any watchers. So thanks for sitting through this. I hope that I smooth things out as I do these again in the future. And they're not going to be super regular. Not every time I pull books in from the store that I'm helping to sell stuff off from. But once in a while, just so that you all can see what is coming across my desk. Thank you very much.